Hello and welcome to my video on Gamestick, which is, as you can see from this image, a very small, literally, stick that you can play games with. The kind of cool thing about this is just how portable it is. You pretty much just need to plug this into your computer, or sorry, actually into your TV in the HDMI slot, and I read some reviews that it also works plugging it into an Xbox or a PlayStation, and then it also comes with a remote controller so that you can play with. And it's got all your games on the little slot on the stick, and then there's a slot right in here that you can actually tuck the stick into, so it's extremely portable. And it all syncs with Bluetooth, so it's very wireless and portable and easy to carry around and take over to a friend's house and that sort of stuff, which I think was one of the big draws for this when it launched its Kickstarter campaign. Some of the problems that it's had is very similar to what the Ouya, I'm not sure how to say that, has in terms of a lack of games in the store. It runs Android, however, it doesn't have access to Google Play necessarily. People had to develop their own games specifically for it. And they tried to attract developers in the initial Kickstarter campaign by offering a possibility to fund it. And if you funded it for, I think it was $500, they would ship you a package and the APK a month ahead of launch before everyone else, so that you could develop your games and have your games already on it once consumers started getting it. So you'd be one of the first ones in the store and much more likely to be downloaded. And currently they still make it very easy to develop on. Any Gamestick kit that you buy can also be used for development. So you don't have to buy anything special. You can just have the regular kit and anyone can be a developer on it that way. So it's also encouraging a lot of people to develop on it. The only problem is that, again, they just kind of haven't really gotten that many people to do it. They have games. It's still kind of more of a casual gamer platform. And the graphics are good, but apparently the Ouya graphics are a bit better. But in terms of developer reviews, I wasn't able to find specific reviews from developers, but perusing some forums for Gamestick developers, they've said that porting their games from other platforms to the Gamestick were really easy. One guy said that he had developed one for the Ouya and dropped it on his Gamestick and played it very easily. You just might need to make some modifications for the controller or for making purchases in the store and that sort of thing, but otherwise it was actually pretty simple. So that's good for them. There are a couple reviews for it on The Verge and some other websites. Most of them seem to like how portable it was. The handle design was needed a little bit of getting used to, but it was still really nice that it could be taken anywhere, and then it was just so small in general. But again, there was a lack of games in the store, so that seemed to frustrate a lot of people. And in general, their games were a little bit more expensive than the ones in Google Play or even on the Ouya. And so, in terms of how this will affect mobile gaming, obviously, if you develop an app for an Android phone or a game and it's that easy to port it over to the Gamestick, why wouldn't you? Just kind of have another way to access people and get your game downloaded. And obviously it's very mobile in general, the actual system. You're still tethered to a TV, so you can't play, necessarily in the waiting room at the doctor's office, but you can certainly take it anywhere you go, which I know my husband would love, given that he travels a lot for work, and to be able to have, he can't take his PS3 with him everywhere, so if he had something like this, obviously that would be great for him. But I think that about covers it for the stuff that I was trying to get into. It does look like, they pretty much have a lot more to go in terms of game development, so I don't think microconsoles are exactly going to start replacing regular consoles anytime soon. But it's certainly a good start, and I certainly wouldn't mind playing around with one if I didn't have to pay for it. At this point, I'd rather just get the PS4. But so that's it. Thanks so much.